So welcome, my name is Aomawa Shields, for those who don't know, and I'm an associate professor at UC Irvine in the Department of Physics and Astronomy. And I am also a certified Daring to Rest Yoga Nidra facilitator. And I wanted to share a little bit about how I discovered Yoga Nidra, especially for those who weren't at the opening remarks last night. I had been overachieving for many years, as most of us in this room do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. And I had discovered one evening when I was trying to put my daughter to sleep for over 2 hours and couldn't. We had recently weaned, and so it was a lot harder for me to put her to sleep. And couldn't do it, and I switched out with my husband, and he had her asleep in 5 minutes. And it never occurred to me to think about all the things that I had done before at that moment to help that happen. All I could think of was, I couldn't do it, he did. He could, I couldn't. And I realized I needed to change something because I was over-functioning, and to the point where I no longer wanted to exist in the universe that I so deeply love and study. So I had a mental health professional ask me if I did yoga, and I said, yeah, I do yoga. I do the bendy stretchy, the huff and puff cardio yoga, vinyasa yoga. And she said, you need to look into slow yoga, yin yoga, slow everything down. And so I found yin yoga, which is, as many know, it's sort of holding poses for like 3 to 5 minutes and really allowing the muscles and what's called the fascia, the tissues between the muscles, to relax and release the connective tissues in the body. And I picked up a book one day that was called Do Less, and the woman was talking about something called Yoga Nidra. And this is Kate Northrup, who wrote the book Do Less, and how she had stumbled into a Yoga Nidra class and had felt like she had slept for hours, even though it was like a 30-minute class. And I thought, that's what I want. So I read another book by Karen Brody called Daring to Rest, and I did the 40-day program on my own, and then eventually decided I wanted to train to learn how to facilitate it. Yoga Nidra has its roots in the lands of South Asia, so India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. And through many pathways and teachings, it's arrived in the West. And so I want to make sure to honor its origins as I share it here. I think, let's talk about what we'll be doing. And then I want to ask if there are questions. So what you have with you in most cases is a blanket, and apologies if not everyone has a blanket. I brought 20, we have 30 mats around, and then we have 20 sleep masks. So if you are someone who doesn't have a sleep mask, it's no problem. If there's some sort of like coat or maybe a sweater that you could just place over your eyes, we will be turning down the lights, but it can help to have something over your eyes to allow your eyelids to relax so that you're not having to really work hard to keep your eyelids shut, your eyes shut. So in a few minutes, I'll ask you to lie down and we'll practice. And the blanket here is here so that you can place it over your body like a regular blanket, because the temperature of the body tends to go down during the practice when we're still. If you are someone who knows you will not need extra warmth, you could choose to place the blanket under your knees to support your lower back. And that's kind of using the blanket as a bolster. I'm going to be passing around essential oil or placing a few drops in your hands if you'd like. It's totally optional. So if you'd like some, it'll be lavender oil, and then I'll pass around peppermint oil, the energizing quality at the end. If you'd like some, you just hold out your hand, and if you don't hold out your hand, I'll assume that you don't want any, and that's fine. During the practice, it'll be done without music. You'll hear my voice. I love that there's a fire here too, so provide extra comfort. And if you fall asleep, I often get this question, like, what if I fall asleep? Then sleep is what you needed. So never have a problem with that. The only time I might adjust something in that case is if you start to snore. And then you might feel me touching your toe and giving your toe a little nudge. Otherwise, hopefully you'll have the best sleep of your life. And eventually, the more you practice, maybe you'll eventually get to the place where you'll hover between that state of sleeping and wakefulness. And even after several years of practice myself, sometimes I just fall asleep. Um, and they always say if you wake up at the end, it probably means that you were just on this deep level of consciousness and you weren't totally asleep. I like to think of it as no matter what, even if you're fully asleep, there's a part of you who's always listening. So, questions? Okay. Well, I'm going to start. Oh, that's very loud. Okay, so when I lean my head down, I really get into the mic. I'll try to avoid those variations in volume since that can be a little jarring. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Covered that the photographer. So you might hear some sounds of the photographer coming in. No worry, don't worry about that. She'll come in, she might snap some photos, and then she'll exit out. I'm going to turn the lights down now before I forget, and then I will come across around with the lavender oil. So you can start to get yourself fully comfortable. For those just joining us, you've arrived in the perfect time. They might ask you to sign the forms really quickly, but yeah, Kim's got you. Okay. Keep an eye on the sleep mask because perhaps it's start on this side. Okay, so coming in with lavender oil, those who like it. And with the lavender oil, you can put a couple of drops in the palm of your hand. You can rub your palms together and then inhale the fragrance. You take 3 deep inhales and exhales, and then you can place it anywhere on your body that you'd like. releasing everything that we've been holding on to for months, years, and decades. Letting it all go. Letting ourselves fully relax. It's time to be gentle with yourself. It's time to be good to yourself. So making any last adjustments that you need to be supremely comfortable. If there's a way that you could be even 3% more comfortable, please give yourself permission to make those adjustments now before coming into stillness. So having a blanket over your body, if you need it, as the body temperature tends to go down, a blanket or a coat, covering the eyes with something, a pillow or a mask or a scarf, to allow the eyes to fully relax and to support a shift inward. Moving away from the external world, from looking and seeing outside of ourselves. Eyes are closed or partially closed. Become aware of the land that you're resting on, the original peoples of this land, as much as you know. Imagine those peoples living on this land, playing, working. Become aware now of your personal relationship to the land. Your ancestors may have arrived voluntarily or involuntarily to these lands or to connected lands. Acknowledge the perhaps complex feelings and relationships about those histories without having to do anything. Simply becoming aware. In sharing this practice of Yoga Nidra, I acknowledge my teachers, Karen Brody, Zoe Cannon, Shalay Lennon, and the origins of Yoga Nidra in the lands of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. this time, I invite you to allow yourself to deeply rest. Say to yourself, I give myself permission to deeply rest. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Become aware of all the sounds that you're hearing around you. Tuning into the farthest sound you can hear. Now bring it closer. Tune into all the sounds within the room you're resting in. And now even closer, tune into all of the sounds within your own body. Digestive sounds, the sounds of your breathing, perhaps even the sound of your heartbeat. Take a full deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth with any sound you need to make. And again, inhale deeply through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth with any sound, releasing tension further. Now breath returns to normal. Be still. Throughout the practice of Yoga Nidra, you're invited to follow my voice and the instructions that you hear. If at any time you do not want to follow my voice or the instructions, you may choose instead to go to a place in your mind that makes you feel safe. This is your inner resource. It might be a place in nature or with a loved one. And return to listening to my voice when you feel ready. Release any worry about falling asleep. If you fall asleep, then sleep is what you needed today, and you will still benefit from the practice. At this time, I invite you to state an intention for yourself for the practice. An intention is a positive statement that's always stated in the present tense, as if it is already so. If you don't have an intention statement that you're working with, for today you could use, I am well rested. Repeat your intention to yourself 3 times. We will now rotate our consciousness through the body. So as you hear a body part named, you can repeat the name of that body part to yourself as you bring your loving and gentle awareness to that part and invite it to soften. Starting on the right side of the body, become aware of the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the palm of the right hand, the back of the hand, the right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, the right armpit, the right side waist, the right hip, thigh, knee, the right leg, the right ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Moving our attention to the left side of the body, becoming aware of the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger, the palm of the left hand, back of the hand, the left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, the left shoulder, the left armpit, left side waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, left ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Moving your attention to the back of the body, the heels, the back of the knees, the hamstrings, the buttocks, the lower back, mid-back, upper back, backs of both shoulders, of the neck, the back of the head, top of the head, the forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, right eye, left eye, both eyes, the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, both lips, the jaw, the throat, the collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, the upper abdomen, the lower abdomen, the pubic bone, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole right side of the body, the whole left side of the body, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole front and back together, the whole body, the whole body, feel sensations in the whole body. Become aware of the natural rhythm of your body breathing. becoming aware of your body as the ocean. Breathing in the waves of you. On the inhale, the belly rises, chest rises. On the exhale, belly falls, chest falls. Over and over. Sink into this movement, the undulating ocean of your body. Waves of breath, rolling over and onto the shore. Now inhaling deeply from the bottoms. Hey, feet. Well, I'm going to start. Oh, that's very loud. Okay, so when I lean my head down, really get into the mic. I'll try to avoid those variations in volume, since that can be a little jarring. Deeply from the crown of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. Again, inhaling deeply from the tips of the toes up to the crown of the head. And exhaling from the crown of the head down to the tips of the toes. Breath flowing freely throughout the entire body. With each breath deeply taken, the inner cells are nourished, fortified, and enriched. Feel this. Deeply nourishing the body from the inside out. Now let go of the conscious breathing. Remember a time of feeling deeply exhausted and depleted. Now let go of the memory and stay with the feeling. The body completely exhausted. No energy for even the slightest movement.
exhausted. Now remember a time of feeling vitally alive. Vital and energized. Now let go of the memory and stay with the feeling. The energy of a star filling you, like you could lift off the ground and fly. Vital. Feel your body filled with energy and vitality. Fully alive. Confident and energized. Imagine yourself on the edge of a wide cliff at sunset. Behind you lies the forest canopy, filled with trees in brilliant shades of green. And you look back into the lush forest and follow the trees as they stretch up towards the sky. And you can almost see them inhaling and exhaling their energy and vitality into grand, brilliant blue. As you turn around, the energy of the sun, as it's sinking below the horizon, fills you with its deep shades of amber, rose, red. You feel its energy transmitting itself into your cells, into your skin. And as you peer upwards, you begin to see tiny pinpoints of light. See yourself watching those tiny pinpoints of light from above. energy of that light to fill your body. Each point of starlight meeting an individual cell within your body, igniting and exciting it, nourishing it, energizing it, protecting it. See yourself replenished, strong, and energized by this light, by the life in these trees, the life outside, surrounding and penetrating the life within. Each honoring the other, each fortifying the other. Rest here in spacious awareness of this energy. See yourself sharing this energy and its overflowing qualities with the world. Giving out what you have from your overflow. As you turn back along the path from the edge of this cliff, back into the forest canopy, there is someone who greets you as you enter the forest. This person you know. This person is safe and comforting. This person is you 20 years from now. They are your wisest self, and they are here for you. Notice how this person greets you. You have a question for your wisest self. Ask it now. Listen for the answer. What does your wise self want you to know? message you received, exhale the message to your heart. And if no message came at this time, that's no problem. You may get a message at a later time, perhaps even in your dream. Beginning to gently wake the body up now, moving very slowly, noticing which part of the body wants to move first, waking up in your own way. As the body gently stirs and moves, recall the intention that you stated for yourself at the beginning of the practice. Repeat this intention to yourself again 3 times. Trust that your intention has been heard and your actions and decisions will be supported and informed by this intention, allowing it to manifest in your life more and more. Beginning to move the body more now, noticing if the body is more relaxed than it was at the beginning of the practice, if the mind is calmer, the heart quieter and more open. Thank yourself for having the courage to rest today. This completes the practice of Yoga Nidra.